What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It is the only sports podcast. That's right, the only sports podcast. I'm Will. That's Casino over there. How we doing today, Casino?
That's it. I'm not going to give you a long story today. Just me.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I'm very tired. Very tired.
Aren't we always, right? Dude, no
Yeah.
matter what I'm going to get some blood work done here shortly, just to check my blood pressure or to check my cholesterol, stuff like that, etc. Just normal blood work, right? As you get older. I did add in the testosterone, whether I do, get into that or not, because I'm trying to watch blood pressure. I can mess with blood pressure, but there's so many dudes that I know that are on testosterone because it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like so many dudes.
Dude, there's so many people who I work with. Obviously, Casino and I always say we work at separate bars or whatever, but there's so many people I work with at a bar where they're servers, they're bartenders, they're like assistant managers and all that stuff. And all of them are on like uh HGH and steroids and testosterone and all this kind of stuff. And they always wear like medium shirts. And it's like, you guys are servers. Why are you so like jacked and just, but it's not jacked because they work out all the time. It's jacked because they take so much steroids and then
Yeah.
obviously work out
I
to
I
support it. It
I'm
makes
looking
no
into it.
sense.
I'm looking into it just because my energy level is just down. Even when I'm at the gym, like working out and I'm, going 3 weeks straight and feeling great about myself, like I feel better, but my energy is still super, super low. Like
Yeah.
it sucks.
That's why what Trump insulted you. He called you low energy casino. That you remember that low energy Bush, low energy that tanked that guy's career. So if somebody calls you low energy casino, you can call yourself low energy, but if somebody
Well, I'm
calls
low
you low
energy.
energy, it could tank our podcast. But also speaking of our podcast, go follow us the audio version anywhere you get your podcast. But shout out to of all places, Ashburn, Virginia, which we had like a giant swell of specific downloads. It was not from one person there because you can see how many different people are downloading it. There was for some reason a swell in the last 24 hours of people specifically in that area downloaded our podcast. So shout out to Ashburn, Virginia. Thanks for the support. I
I
don't know
really
why. I don't know
one
why.
of my old coworkers, yes, more coworkers. I've worked a lot of places. He's from Virginia. Maybe he reached out to some family out there. I know he's not from Ashburn, but maybe, maybe,
Yeah. Like
maybe.
the tune of over 100 people, like 100 people in Ashburn. And again, not just one guy downloading 100 episodes. It was like there is separate ones of like at different times, different people. It's like, oh, this got downloaded 4 times this time, 7 times this time, 8 times this time. Just weird, 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 but still a
Love
good
it.
kind of weird. And again, I can also see how many of our downloads are bots. 0.76% of our downloads are bots. So that means less than 1% of our downloads are bots. So again, I don't,
How does that work? I mean, we're not doing anything for the bots to do they just happen? Does it just happen?
yeah, because literally it can say, what is it? There's this little red chart and you can see what percentage of your listeners are bots. And it says if it is, oh, it said if it's something, the chart above provides insight into legitimate downloads versus bot activity for your podcast over the past 14 days. So in the past 14 days, we've had less than
But I
1%.
don't what I'm curious is, we're not doing anything like that. So how are I just don't get the whole thing with
It's
bots
just got to be
downloading.
key. It's probably keywords or sports or something. I don't know. I don't know. But
But
yeah,
also shout out to Virginia, 15th in the nation football. Good job, guys. Well done.
that's what I'm saying. Also, let's actually go to college football casino because I've been wanting to talk about college football for a while now. The story to me for football right now is
Indiana.
Indiana is second in the nation And this is why I was always in support of of NIL money and of the college football playoffs and
I
all
was
this kind of
always
stuff.
in the college football playoffs I love. And the NIL, I mean, good and bad. Like there's good and bad for both. I hate the portal thing. Like I
Yeah,
hate how
the
people could just go
portal's
back
dumb.
and forth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back and forth, on a willy-nilly. But yeah, it makes it so much more interesting. Indiana being 8-0, and they're probably gonna go 9-0. They're playing Maryland this year or this week. Dude, this is great. We liked them last year. I remember us
We
talking about that.
did.
We liked them last year. They were
They're fun.
feisty.
They've been
They're
fun for
fun.
like 3 years to watch. But see, what I really like about now how it's not the BCS and they just have 2 teams go for the championship and now there's the playoff field is 10 years ago when we were first getting into college football when we were in high school, every matchup after that great
I
Texas
love how you
USC
said 10
matchup.
years ago we were in high school.
Well, no, I said 10 years ago, and then when we were
About
in high
20 years
school.
ago when we were in high
Yeah.
school.
So in the past, what is it? Yeah, 20 years after USC Texas, it felt like the championship game every single year was either 2 SEC teams or an SEC team versus like a big name school, right? I think there was one year where it was Oregon, one year it was Ohio State, like Michigan. That was it. Right now, and again, you if this was 20 years ago, there's no way in hell Indiana would be ranked number 2 over an undefeated Texas A&M, a one-loss Alabama team, and a one-loss Georgia team, and a one-loss Ole Miss team. They would never put them number 2 because then it would just be the championship game at the end of the year would have Indiana in it. There's no way. So that's why I feel like getting rid of the BCS and now having this college football playoff, we get more real rankings because the voters themselves are not constantly worried about like,
Right. And
oh, our
what
number 1 and 2 are the champions basically.
in with the NIL, right? And teams being able to get better players, etc. And with the college football playoffs and how it's set, you can legitimately lose. I don't think more than two, but you can lose two games and still be in the playoffs,
Yeah.
which brings so much pressure off, and it means more. It means more for the viewers, right? Because it's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, we still have a shot. Because you used to be, if you lost a game, done,
Yeah.
you're done. Like, why watch the rest of the season for a good bowl game? That means shit.
No. And now again, this is also why I think they should expand it to what? Right now it's still at 8, right? Or is it 10?
What?
It's for the college football playoff.
No, I think it changes next season.
It changes next season to
I
10.
think.
I don't know, dude. All this shit is so confusing. But let's see. So right now, or yeah, last year it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there was 12 teams last year. That seems high. Okay, no, there was 12 teams last year, and then they're going to bring it up to wasn't it 16?
16.
Yeah. So right now, if the college playoffs started today, the top 12 teams would be Ohio State, Indiana would get the first round buys. Then it would be Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia, Oregon, Ole Miss, Georgia Tech, Vanderbilt, BYU, Miami, Notre Dame. I honestly think that would be perfect.
That'd be
I
fun.
think that would be again because you got some real interesting teams in there with undefeated Georgia Tech, undefeated BYU. Then obviously you have Indiana, Texas A&M also undefeated, Ohio State undefeated. You just have again a good mix in
And
there.
then you have your rivalries that are in there, which is great, right? You have
Yeah.
Ohio State, Oregon, you have Georgia, Georgia Tech. It makes it more that like if it ended now, that'd be really fun. That's very interesting.
Yeah, and then if it went to 16, obviously it would include Texas Tech, Tennessee, Virginia, Louisville, which again, I don't have a problem with any of those teams. Then I think see this if they ever go to like 25, then you would start having issues because then it gets to what is it after that you're like, "Oh, Texas with 2 losses, Michigan with 2 losses, USC 2 losses." I don't know. If I feel like as long as you avoid the 2 loss teams in your playoffs, I'm okay with it. I know you said 1 loss doesn't kill you, but if we're all of a sudden getting like
No,
9
no,
and 4.
2 losses don't kill you, but you could make it with 2 losses. Once you reach 3, like you're
Yeah.
done.
Tennessee or Notre Dame, they lose one more game, they're gonna be out.
Oh yeah,
Because they're
100%.
they're hanging on to the edge right here. But college football, I'll tell you what, I feel like college football, and this might be why, because every time we do a college football video, it gets no views, no buzz. I hear nothing about college football this entire season. Like, I've been watching the games, they've been good games, but the coverage of college football this year, I feel like is non-existent. I just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
nobody like, even when you just turn on SportsCenter,
Sports
it's
Center,
like they barely mention it. It's
which
weird.
is crazy because those games are insane, dude. Those fan bases, those games, people like college a lot more than NFL sometimes.
Yeah, well, and especially because I just feel like there's so many more teams, there's so many more passionate fan bases. It really does feel like more than with NFL, you're like, "Oh, that's my team because that was my dad's team or that's where I grew up or whatever." College is like, "No, this is my team mostly because like that's where I lived for 4 years."
Or that's
Like
where I
that
went
was
to school, yeah.
Yeah, that was my community. That was where I planted my flag. So, I feel like the passion is more like because obviously you and I, when we talk about our teams in the NFL, we say we. But if there was a football team that like if I lived on the Eagles campus or whatever, I would feel much more comfortable saying we because I'd be like, yeah, I live there. Like I live down the street from the stadium. But college football, again, there's not really a big marquee game this week. There's some good games because I think what is it? Oklahoma, Tennessee is going to be great. Cincinnati, Utah is going to be great. It is weird watching college football how every year it just seems like BYU and Utah are always in the mix. They're just always good. I was watching that
Yeah,
Utah
and that
game last
and
week.
those 2 games, that game to watch against those 2 teams is always fun. It's always
Yeah.
fun.
And then also I feel like we're just rooting. I feel like the nation is just rooting for Indiana to just keep up this pace they have and just kind of hold out to the end. If one of the two buys in the college football playoff is Indiana, I feel like that's going to be the team everybody's like dying to see in
Oh,
the playoff.
100%.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Anything else to say about college football? Can we I just wanted to briefly touch on it
No,
because
we can advance. I mean, the only thing, I mean, with Indiana, I mean, they just took down Oregon, number 3 in Oregon. Like they're good, right?
yeah.
They beat Illinois, who was ranked. They beat Oregon on the road. Like,
Dude, and
whew,
then
sorry,
again, the teams
they've
they're
got some teams, man.
well, the teams they're facing, what is it this year that are like quote unquote beneath them, they're just killing them. Like, I mean, Indiana State, they obviously is a nobody, but they still put 73 points on them. They killed Illinois 63 to 10. And then last week against my UCLA Bruins, who I root for, got absolutely annihilated 56 to 6. So
Yeah,
they should their last 4 games, Maryland, Penn State, Wisconsin, Purdue, they should just roll. They should roll through all of them. But again, with how college football is now, you can never guarantee it. Never. Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
no, no.
All right, let's dive into before we dive into NFL casino, let's talk about the World Series. Uh
Whew.
that one game on Monday night, I got into it in the 3rd inning and I was like, "Oh, thank God I haven't missed much." And then it was just I mean, I don't know how people stayed up on the East Coast to watch that, especially on a Monday night. You're like, "I gotta go
Dude,
to bed.
I don't even know.
I
And
gotta
then,
go."
but it was nice for those who are, the fans of the Dodgers who are living in Japan, right? It was like mid-afternoon. It was
Yeah,
like
the game
dude,
ended. It was like 2:30 PM or whatever. That's what they said on
it's
the broadcast.
it's so
Yeah.
good for them. But yeah, no, this game was insane. I watched the other 18 inning game when my Red Sox were playing the Dodgers, where the Dodgers also won. The Dodgers have won 2 18 inning World Series games in their in their franchise, which is mind-boggling. Uh but yeah, so this game had 609 pitches, 312 by LA, 297 by Toronto. They had 37 runners left on base between the two of them, 25 position players used, and 19 pitchers used.
Jesus.
That was
Well,
insane. And also Ohtani tied it's the highest in World Series for most consecutive on bases, which was like 6 or 7 or like something like that. But he did tie the MLB record for most consecutive on base appearances, which was 9.
Jesus. And
9.
yeah, and I'll
And
tell you what.
half of those were walked because they did
Yeah.
not want to. Well, because he was 4 for 4, and then
Yeah.
it was like 4 for 4. It's like, okay, well, we're not going to pitch to him. But then right
Yeah.
after that, after him, you have Mookie Betts, who wasn't doing all too great this postseason. But then you have Freddie Freeman, which we'll get into him. That game was fun. I was exhausted by it. It was my whole shift. I actually had to kick Dodger fans out. I was like, hey guys, this is a half hour plus past, so 45 minutes past close. I now need to like clean. I need you guys to go.
Yeah.
Sorry, but you need to go. Like we can watch the rest of this inning, and then once it's going in between innings, not even like half innings, like after this next inning, you got to go. You got to go. It gives
Were
you.
they pissed?
No, they understood, but I'm like, it gives you time so you can watch. So whatever happens with the Blue Jays, right? You still can get to where the Dodgers are up again, whether the Blue Jays score or not, right? I'm
Yeah.
like, but you guys got to go. And they're like, no, we get it. And I was like, thanks, guys. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta go. You gotta move on. Oops,
Well,
sorry.
then Ohtani, what is it? 2 home runs in that game. Obviously, Freddie Freeman had the home run in that game. But I'll tell you what, the one I really like for the Blue Jays is Guerrero Jr. He was I felt like he was the only one on that Blue Jays squad that when he came up, like the Dodgers, you could tell were like nervous to pitch against
Oh,
because
100%. But
dude,
look what he does in the next game, right?
yeah.
Dodgers were up 1-0, and he hits a two-run blast. Yeah, Guerrero's great. He's a former home run champion for a reason. You don't want him up. You don't want him up.
No, but there was so many. I mean, there was 2 full games worth of Blue Jays Dodgers where there was just so many, not only runners left on base, but so many
I said
opportunities where
37 runners left on base.
that is insane. Especially for the Blue Jays. You're just watching it and you're just like, I have no idea how the Blue Jays pitching is doing this well. And just they're loading up the bases. And then all of a sudden, here comes, one more guy. You have Ohtani and Mookie Betts on base. You have another guy on third. It's 2 outs, and then they just cleared it and end of the inning. And I felt like that happened every other inning with the Blue Jays. And it was just like, oh my God, like, how are they surviving this? And then I was messaging you during it. I was like, the Dodgers are getting 2-3 people on base every inning and then not scoring. The Blue Jays aren't getting anybody on first. Like
Yeah.
there was just long stretches where it was just like the
It
Dodgers
it just seemed
themselves.
inevitable that
It
the
did.
Dodgers were just gonna win that game. It was just when, right?
Dude, it just felt like the Blue Jays had no juice whatsoever. And the
No.
Dodgers were even cranking home runs that were missing being home runs by like 10 feet. Like not even like they were at the wall. There was, I think, 4 separate Dodgers who hit home runs, and the crowd's going crazy. They're looking at it, and then it's like 2 feet short, 5 feet short, 10 feet short. You're just like, it's inevitable. It was Thanos. It was inevitable, Casino.
Yeah.
But now that the
And then the next
series,
game, Blue Jays tied it up. It's 2-2. I mean,
which
technically
again,
they have home field advantage technically now.
yeah, game 7 is in Toronto. Game 6 is in Toronto. Tonight it's in Dodger Stadium. But again, they've won what they won last night at Dodger Stadium. So series is tied 2-2. It's going longer than you and I thought it would. Does this go 7?
I don't know anymore, man. I I thought it was gonna be before the series started, Dodgers in 5. But man, watching the Blue Jays, like with the last series, only thing would have made it better if it was the Mariners, because Mariners have done it that they would have been 3 series. Say this was the Mariners and they're squeaking out games like this and making it fun and they're 2-2. That's the only other team outside of the Blue Jays where you're just like, man, They are putting in the work this postseason,
Mm-hmm.
right? They know how to grind. And again, my whole reason, I think I already said it, but I'll say it again. I'm cheering for the Blue Jays, not because I like the Blue Jays. I hate the Blue Jays. I'm a Red Sox fan. Blue Jays suck. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I hate everybody in my division. So, with that being said, I still want the Blue Jays to win because I can see more LA fans here in Vegas. So, I want to see more sad fans. Seeing sad fans makes me happy. And the fact that there's a lack of Blue Jay fans here in Vegas, and we have just a street ton. They're everywhere. LA Dodger fans, right? That all of a
Yeah.
sudden are Dodger fans. They're just walking around now with the LA hats. That's my team. That's my team. My friend's cheering for them, so I'm going to. I want to see them just cry.
Yeah, and also, but see, again, I think the Blue Jays have a shot because they just won a game where Otani was pitching. They've won a game where Otani was on base more than any
Where
person in Major League history, where he
didn't
hit
they
2 home
didn't they win
runs.
that game where Snell was pitching too?
Yeah, they've won. Well, they also won. Well, they lost the 18 innings where again the Dodgers used
Doesn't
all their
matter. Red
pitching.
Sox lost that game and
Well,
they
but
still won.
that's what I'm saying. Like the Blue Jays, how you're saying they're fighting and they're clawing, they've won all these games where the best players for the Dodgers have shown up and done the best they do, which is why, they're at the best of their position. But you look at the Blue Jays going 2-2 again, where you just have to win 2 of the next 3 at home, where in the first game of the season or the first game of the World Series, you won at home 11-4. Like, this, I feel like after even the 18 inning one where the Dodgers won that one, after that game, you were kind of going, man, we might have
Dude,
underestimated
if
how
you can
close the Blue Jays are to the Dodgers.
if the Dodge or Blue Jays can squeak out this next victory and they have 2 chances to win it
Dude, at
in
home.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's, and again,
I want to see crying LA fans. I want to rub it in all my friends' faces who are LA fans just to shove it up your ass. I'm
well,
sorry.
also, I think it'll be really good for baseball if the Blue Jays do win. Because then
Oh, it
it'll
would be
just
insane.
prove,
Yeah.
it'll just prove money is not the answer to all the problems, despite what Dodgers and the MLB will tell you. But now, Casino, that we have talked about World Series, college
I
football,
got to blow my nose. Yeah.
Casino has to blow his nose. Let's go into what we are always here to talk about on Wednesdays. You know the hype up. That means it is time for. There should be. Oh, wait, hold on. No, I know what I did wrong because I did this wrong last time. So we're going to reset. Everybody's going to cool down. Oops. Okay, live. I'll edit this out. So, Casino, we are here for we're resetting Casino because I forgot to put the one with audio. So let's reset. All right, Casino, we are here for the good, the mid, and the ugly. Also, I messed with this video a little. I made it where you can see the grain, so it looks old timey. We are here for good, the mid, and the ugly. Let's dive into it.
We're not talking about our looks.
We both be mid, but
Definitely mid.
Are,
I knew that. I tell the wife all the
definitely
time.
dumpy, whatever you want to call us. It does not matter. But looking at the games here, let's start with ugly. This is actually kind of a rough week because there's a lot of ugly games. There's a lot of mid games. Maybe what I'm counting like 2 good games,
Well, let's
maybe
get into
3.
it. Let's get into it.
So ugly. I mean, just right off the bat, we can start with Thursday night football. 2-5 Ravens, 2-6 Dolphins. Lamar Jackson, who knows if he's going to be starting or not? We thought he was going to be playing last game.
Ooh,
And
were the betters pissed off about that?
yeah, that was where that was where the controversy came in because it messed up the betting, not anything to do with fantasy or the Ravens themselves. It was just because it made the wrong people lose money. Because again, when we were talking about that Bears game last Wednesday, that line was -7 because everybody thought Lamar Jackson was going to be playing. When it was revealed Lamar Jackson wasn't playing, I think the line went all the way around to +1, like for the Bears. So that's an 8-point swing for a game where everybody was like, oh, guarantee. And then they still end up losing, which is funny. But as of right now, who knows if Lamar plays? I'm not seeing anything that says he will play. And again, that was the issue last Wednesday, which was there was no confirmation he was playing. We just assumed because he was in practice. So no confirmation means we will talk about this game as if he is
Yeah,
not
and that was the
playing.
whole organization's like spiel on that. They were like, we never said he was going to play.
It
Like,
was a guess. It was, I guess, something with where players aren't allowed to be full participants in practice when they're on the injury report list or something like that. So the Ravens definitely messed up. And the media definitely messed up in the way they reported the Lamar Jackson injury, but they'll probably get fined for it. Who knows? But as of right now, no confirmation he's playing. It still says he's a full participant in practice, but he was last week. So who knows? Thursday night, Dolphins, Ravens. Who you got, Casino?
I'm going Ravens. I'm going Ravens on this one, regardless. Even if Lamar is out, you still have a Pro Bowl quarterback in with Tyler Huntley. That joke will never get old. It's really funny. Um, Dolphins, I just can't trust them. I mean, have they moved the football? Yeah. Will they move the football on this defense? Probably. But I got to just go with the Ravens. They said, I mean, they've already backed it up once now. The Ravens said that they're going to go on a tear. They still see a way to the playoffs. They still see a way to getting to the Super Bowl, which go for it. That would be great. Start hitting your stride towards the end of the season, come in fresh to the playoffs and crush any hope of the Chiefs making it. We need as many juggernauts as we can. Let's go.
Yeah, and also we did not do our picks after last week. Casino has regained the lead. It is now 72-70, where Casino is in the lead with 72 to my 70. So he's ahead by 2. This game, however, again, I think Dolphins, they have been feisty. They played maybe their best game of the season last week. They've played maybe their second best game of the season, what is it, against the Bills, even though they lost that game. So the Dolphins are feisty. Again, Tua's having the Jameis Winston season where he's thrown 15 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. So throwing a lot of touchdowns, throwing a lot of interceptions. The only issue is he's not doing it the Jameis Winston game where every game he has 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He's doing it the old-fashioned way where one game he has 4 touchdowns, the next game he has 3 interceptions. So I don't know what to make of this team. Again, with the Ravens, their defense has slightly improved, but it hasn't improved enough to take them out of the basement. They went from being the 32nd to the 31st. Now they're the 28th. So again, they got a long road to go before this defense is even mid. Right now, it's ugly to tie back in what we're talking about. So I am going with the Ravens just because I do think Lamar will play in this game. I think if he does, they're averaging 35 points a game when Lamar plays. But I'm just hoping, honestly, this is just a fun shootout game where we just get 34-31 and then Ravens win. So I'm picking the
We can
Ravens.
only hope.
Casino's picking the Ravens as well. Now let's go. We got a lot of mid games here for let's go ugly. And
Oogle.
I think an ugly game is the 5-3 San Francisco 49ers at the 2-6 New York Giants. Maybe if the Giants still had Scatterboo and they were more feisty in their game last week against the Eagles, this would be a at best a mid, but I think with just how injury prone these two teams are, how the Giants now have almost nothing on offense outside of Jackson Dart, I think this is going to be a rough game for Giants fans to watch because I think 49ers wipe the floor with them.
I know, I totally agree. Sorry. I didn't know that was coming over to me that quick. Yeah, no, I totally agree. The Niners, you can't expect McCaffrey to have multiple bad games, right? In a row. Like, I think he's gonna bounce back. I think this Niners team will do just fine. Um, I know you don't care for their coach, but their coach is smart, and I think
He's been doing great this season. I
he's been
got to
doing
give him
great this
props.
season. Yeah, so and when Scadaboo was gone, it was the dynamic duo, as you said, between Scadaboo and between Dart. I mean, they're peanut butter and jelly. I don't know who was who, but yeah.
Also, apparently, Brock Purdy, as of 6 minutes ago, so pretty timely when we're recording this, he is limited in 49ers practice
Doesn't
still.
it won't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, even when he comes back, do you think he's gonna be 100%? No. I mean
No. And
I mean,
also,
because he's been dealing with this turf toe thing, right? As well.
yeah.
Look what happened with oh gosh. Who else had the turf toe that's out for the season?
Oh, wasn't
Uh,
it Burrow?
yeah, Joe Burrow. Thank you. Like that's apparently that's something that's tough to come back from, right?
Well, that's what they say. They say turf toe is a lot worse than it actually sounds, and they should change the name of it because turf toe, you just think like, oh, he just stubbed his toe on,
On the turf.
on the turf, and then turns out it's like an actual serious injury that can again take you out for 6 months. Like, but as far as Mac Jones goes, Mac Jones is also hurt
Who?
and apparently is
Sorry, that joke will
suffering.
not get old either. And so
He's
it was funny. I
suffering.
wasn't sorry, a little tangent. So one of my regulars, he comes in and he did that to me. He's a Niners fan, and I said Mac Jones, and he goes, "Who?" And I was like, "Mac Jones," and he's like, "Who?" And I'm like, "Dude, Mac Jones, you're God damn it." So for those who don't understand, it's the Mike Jones reference and the rapper. It really got me. He loved every second of it because I legitimately got fooled. So now I can't stop saying it. I think it's hysterical.
um
Sorry. So
no,
good.
but yeah, but that Mac Jones, this Mac Jones, who is apparently dealing with a knee injury. So there might potentially in this game start their third string quarterback, which who knows who that is at this point. So this is going to be, again, an ugly game just because injuries have decimated both these teams. We're going 49ers. Next up, what should be an ugly game, just based record wise, team wise, everything wise. 5-3 Chargers at 1-7 Tennessee Titans. We like the Titans more than what we've seen from them on the field, but they just don't have anybody. They're scoring the
No.
least amount of points per game in the league at under 14 points.
I
So they're not
mean,
even averaging 2 touchdowns a game.
no.
It's
And we've never liked Pollard, you and I
no.
collectively.
No. When he was on the Cowboys, I thought he was overrated. When he left and Tennessee signed him and said he was going to be their lead back, I was like, why? He's clearly a backup. I don't think he's shown me
I
anything
don't even know if he
in.
would be a backup in my mind, dude.
Well, I mean, he has 424 yards this year, which is good. That's good. But
Yeah.
again, I just don't think he's the guy. I just don't. I've never liked, again, I don't know why. Just when you watch it run, I just never like Tony Pollard. That being said, Cam Ward, 5 touchdowns, 6 interceptions on the season, 57% completion percentage, 1,600 yards. He was the least talked about rookie quarterback, even still to this day. Because coming into the draft, nobody was talking about him. Now, nobody talks about him. And if they did, they would just talk about how abysmal his rookie year has been. Now, I know he has nobody around him. He's throwing to just absolute no names outside of Calvin Ridley, and even Calvin Ridley looks like a shell of his former self. So, Titans offense is the worst in the league without question. They're averaging less as a unit, rushing and passing. They're averaging less than 250 yards a game, which is insane in this kind of league where
In this
all the
economy.
Well, yeah, where all the rules benefit the offense, they can't get that offense going. This should be the start for the Chargers of where they just start rattling off some wins and just finally start being like the Chargers team that everybody thought they would be after week 1.
Everybody that thought that they would be for the last 3 years, 4 years,
Yeah,
maybe 5.
exactly. Yeah, because after this, they go Titans, they go Steelers, they go Jags, they go Raiders. Then they have a stretch where they play Cowboys, Chiefs, Eagles, Texans, Broncos.
Tough
So again,
schedule. I mean, they would at least be battle ready.
well, that's what I'm saying. They need to, I think they're going to be favored in the next 4 games. Those are the 4 they got to win against the Jaguars, Raiders, Steelers, Titans, because the last month of the season for them is brutal. That is rough, where they go Eagles at Chiefs, at Dallas, Houston, at Denver. Like, and again, that Denver game, that might well decide the division if both these teams just keep rolling the way they are. But
Still
both
Denver.
you and I are going Chargers in that one, Casino. Let me write that down. Next up, let's talk about another matchup between a really good team and a one-win team. The New Orleans Saints, 1-7, traveling to SoFi to take on 5-2 Rams. Who you got in this one?
Who do I got in this one? This one is my blowout of the week. This is Rams versus Saints, and I'm going Rams. They're so good. They're so hot right now. Stafford is playing elite. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Rams all day. And I feel bad for the Saints because and Rattler in particular, because I felt like he's done real well this season and trying to keep his team in games. Him and Olave have played really well together. Kamara's done, I guess, just enough, right? But I feel bad for the Saints and I feel bad for Rattler because they've tried. They've really tried this season to be better than what they truly are, which is bad, but they're
Yeah.
trying not to be bad.
And you know what? My blowout was Chargers over Titans. So that was my blowout. Your blowout is Rams
Rams
Saints.
Saints.
I think really these are the only 2 games where if you legit think there's going to be a
A
blowout this
blowout.
week, that is not one of those random ones where a good team just blows out another good team and you never see it coming. These would be the 2 contenders for blowout of the week. But yeah, I don't think there's much to say about this game. Again, Rams are also coming off a bye week. So will they have Nakua back? I don't think so. But again, everyone said, oh, us included, this offense is up as of 34 minutes ago. Nakua is in. He should be back for this game.
Let's go.
So
Blowout.
there you go.
No takesy backsies.
So yeah, we think Rams should blow out the Saints. We think they will. Again, Spencer Rattler, 8 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, completed almost 68% of his passes with an 86 quarterback rating on a 1-win Saints team. He is not the issue. Again, I don't know why you're benching him to try to get the rookie in, because Spencer Rattler's look good. Get some pieces around this guy. I mean, he has as many pieces as, what is it, Tennessee. I mean, obviously Olave's better than any wide receiver they have on the
Either team, yeah.
Titans, but still, yeah, we're both going Rams. Next up, as far as ugly game goes, Casino, I think that might be it. I think we
I think
can
so.
go to
Yeah,
the
let's move on.
mids, because I think the majority of games this week are in the mids. First up being 4-3 Chicago after just maybe one of the most embarrassing losses of the season last week against the Ravens. Now goes against the 3-5 Bengals, who are coming off that 1-point loss to the Jets. Flacco, again, 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions on the season, hasn't turned the ball over. Oh, in the air. I think he has 1 fumble. Who you got in this one, Casino?
Uh, I'm going to go Bengals on this one. I am going with old man Flacco to get it done. I feel like he's playing well, dude. He doesn't have a interception yet this season, which is great. Yeah, I'm going Flacco, man. I just can't trust Caleb. I can't trust him. I can't trust him.
Again, you look at his numbers for Caleb Williams with the offensive juggernaut and offensive mind of Ben Johnson. Stats are pretty similar to Spencer Rattler, who everybody is saying is not a good quarterback.
Yeah,
But
and they're and
again,
Bengals are only Bears are -1.5 at open. So they were at open, and currently right now, it's moved up to Bears -3.
ooh, so yeah,
Technically, is this our upset?
I mean,
I
but
gotta
see,
look at
but
the
this
rest.
is but this is what we did last week. We picked Bears in an upset, and
But I'm going.
oh,
We
well, will
picking
we go
Bengals in the
opposite?
upset.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because also I am going Bengals. I just think I've seen more from this Bengals team. They have better weapons. Their offense is elite. Again, with Flacco in there, just having this generational comeback run where every time he goes in relief for somebody, he just turns it on and they can win every game with him there. Again, Bengals defense is the issue. 32nd in the league. But again, it's not like we've seen the Chicago Bears light
So
anyone
I'm
up
gonna
this
let you.
season.
I'm going on par with everything. Were you gonna go Texans or Broncos?
Texans or Broncos?
Quickly.
I was going Broncos.
Okay, so you have 3 that you can make for your upset. You could choose either this one, where the Bengals are +1.5. You could either go the Broncos, who would be +1.5, or you talked about it in the shorts. You were most likely going to go Cardinals, and Cardinals are +2.5. So you choose which one you'd like for that.
You know what? Actually, we just talked about this game. Let's talk about this one because this is the one I'm picking upset then. I don't know how they would be not favored in this game. 6-2 Broncos at three
That would
and
be
four
mine.
Texans. That you're gonna go upset pick for
Well,
this one as well?
that was gonna be mine. And yes, the Bengals, Bears, but
I
that's
did
not where I
not know
wanna
that.
I don't
Did
wanna
not
put
know
my
that.
I did not wanna put my I'm going Bengals. I'm going Bengals. I can't trust the Bears. I want old man Flacco. But Broncos, Texans, said it on the TikTok. I chose the Broncos to win this division for a reason. I like them. I love them. Yeah.
On what planet are the Texans favored against this Broncos team?
So let's see if it's changed. But so it opened up where they were favored. Let me see if it's changed. I don't think it has. Sorry. I don't like this page. This page is a bad one.
Uh,
No, it stayed. It has stayed.
Again, the Broncos have beat the Eagles. They blew out the Bengals. They blew out the Cowboys. They
Ooh,
won in that huge comeback against the Giants. What's the Texans' impressive win? They blew out the Ravens 44-10. Yes, that was impressive, but that was when the Ravens were, you know, the dregs of the league. They lost to the Seahawks and then they beat the 49ers last week with Mac Jones injured in that game. So again, I think the Texans have turned it around. Now all of a sudden CJ Stroud completing 69% of his passes. Nice.
nice.
11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Texans offense has looked like they've figured it out, but
Yeah, dude,
Broncos offense,
Texas is -1.5 is ridiculous.
there's no reason for that. Especially when again, you look at these defenses, Texans are the clear number 1 best defense in the league. They have the number 1 best offense.
But I mean,
Broncos are
again,
number 5.
the hardcore betters, they're not betting against it, man. It's staying the same. They do say this
That's
is gonna be a low scoring game. The over under is only 39.5.
Oh, I do think this will be a low scoring game because it's the number 1 off or number 1 defense against number 5 defense. So I am going Broncos. That's both of our upset picks this week just
Yeah, I
because
have
it's
to.
that's crazy. But now let's go to game probably should have been an ugly, but I'm at least curious. So it's in mid 3-4 Vikings at 5-2 Lions. This is the return of JJ McCarthy. I don't think it'll matter because I think Lions destroy them, but it's a divisional game.
In division, always fun, right?
It's going to be close. I'm going Lions, but I expect them to just steamroll this Vikings team, and I know they won't.
Yep, and so does everybody else. 8.5. That's what it's expected for the Lions. Choosing the Lions at home. I don't trust JJ McCarthy. I have to see more. What you've shown already when you came out and you were healthy was not impressed. So yeah,
Yeah. He's
figure
got
it out.
2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions on the season, 67 quarterback rating.
Every Vikings fan is just in tears wanting Sam Darnold back.
Dude, not I think they would take Daniel Jones, who was also on this team last year. So again, I don't know, man. It's just it's weird, especially with this Vikings team. They lost against the Chargers in a blowout. They lost to the Eagles in that game where Carson Wentz threw two of the worst INTs you're ever going to see. Again, Vikings. I don't know why they just thought they could plug and play just another quarterback into this rotation. It makes no sense.
He
This
had
one,
14 wins last year.
it's crazy. Uh, this one, sneaky, dare I say, interesting game because their starting quarterback is back. It is the 4-4 Panthers at the 5-1-1 Green Bay Packers. Bryce Young is back. Bryce Young
No.
having a sneaky good season. Panthers
Yeah,
4-4.
that's totally fair. Good point in that. But the Packers defense is finally starting to come around, and this is not because of the whole Parsons thing. I just, as a whole collective, they're coming around. The cannon that Love has, like, he's up there, dude. He's top 5 for MVP odds right now. I would assume, I would hope. I haven't checked on that,
Well, he should
but
be. Yeah.
his arm is legit. I've been telling you his arm is legit. He can score points, as long as he can stay healthy, and which he pretty kind of much has this whole season. This team can be lethal. When you watch them, they don't look like they can win a Super Bowl. Maybe that's the formula though, right? Maybe boring is better. So I don't know. The grinding out games might be this just their way of winning this year.
Yeah, I think again, when you look at this Packers team, they are on paper like clearly one of the best teams in the league. But then when you watch the games, like even you saw them against that Steelers Steelers team on Sunday night who felt like they did nothing wrong. That game was still close until it wasn't late in that game. I just think again, you just look at them and you just go, they should be better than they are. That being said, I'm still picking them. I still think they win this game. I still think they win this game easily, but I'm not going to lie. If this game was in Carolina and Panthers were having to travel to, or I'm sorry, Packers were having to travel to Carolina instead of Carolina having to travel to Green Bay, I think this would be my upset pick. But because it's Green Bay at home in Lambeau, I'm going with the Packers. However, the Panthers have to be shout out because their defense, top 11 in the league, and their offense. I mean, I like their offensive pieces for Carolina. I think they are honestly 1 year away from being legit contenders. They have two all pro running backs. I really
Contenders for
like.
their division or contenders for like Super Bowl?
No, I think they're a playoff contender now. So I think next year they're going to be not a they're 4-4 in the NFC. They're aren't they in spot right? If the playoffs started today, I'm pretty sure they'd have the last wild card. But uh
Wild.
that's what I'm saying. I think next year they could potentially be what Tampa Bay is, which is just like this dark horse for I don't want to say Super Bowl, but I could see them be a divisional NFC championship game just in one of those weird ways. But Bryce Young's looking good. Tedero McMillan does not get any publicity because he plays for Carolina, but he's kind of right there with Mbuka as just the best rookie wide receiver in the league. Quietly doing it. He's got 512 yards on 63 targets, 37 receptions. So he's getting it done. He's on my fantasy team. He's killing it. But I'm going with the Panthers, and then next year they might legit be an NFC contender.
Is there an earthquake here today in Vegas?
No, is my thing. Oh, I'm just that. Oh, next up, Casino. Let's talk about your team. 3-4 Falcons, 6-2 Patriots. Also should probably be ugly, but I don't know. There's again the Falcons, you never know. I'm fully out on the Falcons, but every week they could play the best game of the week and nobody would be surprised.
Yeah,
Your
so I mean, Penix, we're not sure if he's going to be coming in, right? He's still limited at practice with his knee, which would leave Kirk Cousins, and I really, really hope that it's Kirk Cousins. Or you know what? Even Penix, if you wanted to try to come back early with a bum knee, whatever. Like, let's go. Doesn't matter. I love the Patriots. And yeah, I'm hyped on them. Could the Falcons do their up and down thing? Sure. But with Drake London not being 100%, Harrison being like, they're a little banged up, right?
Yeah.
Luckily, so far, the Patriots, knock on wood, a couple of their players have been dinged up, but they're not being like out, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go the Patriots on this one. I like what they're doing. They have been beating up on those bad teams. And look what they did against a top 3 defense last week, right? A top 3 overall defense, a top 4 rushing defense with the Browns. And they were still able to just go, okay, yeah, first half, that's what it was. What it was. It was 9-6, but we figured it out at halftime. We went, we looked at it. Guess what? We came out and it was just basically just slant routes, like out of the backfield, just outstanding plays. And yeah, I mean, maybe I will give Josh McDaniels a little credit on that one. He figures something out, and they ran almost the same play twice every set of 4 downs. Like it was amazing what they did. I'm going Drake May. Drake May is currently 3rd in the odds right now, which in my opinion, I think that's reasonable. But I don't agree with the people above him. But whatever. I
No.
don't agree with Mahomes and Allen above him. It should be Stafford. It should be Goff. It should be other people. I mean, hell, even Love. But whatever. Of course, they're going to go with Allen and freaking Mahomes. But May, he's great. I'm going with him. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about what the Patriots are doing this year with a young team, a brand new team. We just traded 2 players away to get rid of the old regime that Mayo brought in. That tells me with getting rid of Kyle Duggar and sending him on over to the Steelers, they opened up cap space. They are going to bring in somebody.
Who do you
It needs to be an elite edge rusher, somebody that can get to the quarterback, or it needs to be a wide receiver, a sideline wide receiver. Somebody like a Julian Edelman type, something quick, out route, something like that. You're for sure a 3rd down guy, so you don't always have to rely on your tight ends, and you drop some more schemes that way. But I really think an edge rusher is where they need to go.
Yeah.
They need to get some pressure on some of those quarterbacks to help out your defense. Again, I know that their run defense is really stout and really good, and over the top, they're looking real nice with Gonzalez back there and Davis the third back there. They've really kind of figured it out on their corners. They need now to not give the quarterback so much time to get those long ball over the top throws, which has been really the only Achilles heel from this Patriots team in a whole. That and their run game. It was the deep ball and their run game. So if they can get a pressure on that quarterback, things are gonna come together a lot better, and even better for what the Patriots are, their defense.
I am so I'm looking to see if any moves have happened, and I saw this one where it said, according to Adam Schefter, because you're talking about pass rushers. So obviously the 2 big pass rushers when pass rusher gets brought up before the trade deadline are twofold. Myles Garrett, Max Crosby. That's it. Right? Those are the 2 names always across the board. So Schefter
I would lose my mind.
said, for those wondering if the Browns would consider trading Myles Garrett by Tuesday's deadline, the answer, in the words of a Brown source, says, quote unquote, no chance. People would have a better chance of winning the lottery than trading for Myles Garrett. So he looks to be out. Then Hutchinson also for the Lions. I don't know why the Lions would trade him away, but again, we didn't think the Cowboys would trade Micah Parsons away. So he signed a 4-year mega extension today. So he's staying put. And then Casino, as of 1 hour ago, the Eagles are sending wide receiver John Mechie and a 2027 6-round pick to the Jets for Michael Carter II and a 2027 7th-round pick. He apparently wanted to be on the Eagles so bad that he gave up $5 million guaranteed to make the trade happen. That's crazy. Giving up 5 million, but again, if you could give up $5 million to go from the Jets to the Eagles, I think every player in the league would do that.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
it's every elite player that's making money.
yeah. But yeah, so shout out
So Max Crosby,
Max Crosby. Again, I haven't seen any reports saying they won't
I would
trade
lose
him.
my, I would lose my shit.
Also, he really does seem like a
A
guy
Vrabel
that
guy.
a Vrabel guy. He seems like a lunatic that Vrabel would like love. But where were we? Oh yeah, we were
Patriots
talking about the
Falcons.
Patriots Falcons. It's going to be Patriots by a mile.
I
It's going to
love.
be in Foxborough. Yeah, we got sidetracked there, but no chance it's not Patriots unless again Bijan Robinson just has the game of his life.
I don't think he will. We got a too good of a rush defense. I just can't. I can't see it. And then with Drake London out, you don't have to worry about too much over the top. So
Yeah.
I mean, he's limited at practice, but even if he comes back, he's not going to be as explosive as he normally is.
Yeah. Last three games here, all in the midsection. Let's go 4-3 Jacksonville Jaguars, 2-5 Raiders. Probably should have been an ugly, but there's some intriguing stuff in this game. Dead silence.
I'm
we just
going.
honestly we forgot about this game. This would
We're
have
going
been an ugly.
Jags. Going Jags.
Yeah, we're going Jags. Again, Raiders. What does Geno Smith have to do to be benched?
I don't know.
Legitimately. 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions on the season.
Let's go Jags. Let's go Jags. Make the Raiders lose another one. Make them feel good about getting rid of Crosby. Let's go.
Genty, 445 yards, 3 touchdowns. I thought he would be having a much better year than he currently is. Those are Tony Pollard numbers, so not impressed. But again, he's playing for this Raiders team that again, most people thought would be much better than they actually are
I
this season.
I feel like with the Genty situation, that's on him. I don't think the standing still in the backfield works in the NFL, man. He's already got
False,
called on multiple
false starts.
false starts.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's cool. It was cool in college, but again, I agree with you. Maybe he just has to change his stance and all of a sudden he'll just start lighting it up. But I don't think he'll light it up this week. Again, the Jaguars are just quietly going to be 5-3. Nobody would pick them in a playoff game pretty much over anybody, but I would pick them to get to the playoffs over the Chiefs if they just keep winning because that would be amazing if that Monday night game where Patrick Mahomes threw the pick six is the reason they missed the playoffs, that would be phenomenal. That would be a gift from the football gods, which means it probably won't happen. But I am picking the Jags. I know you are as well. Definitely should have been an ugly because I think this is actually my pick for worst game of the week. I think this will be ugly. I think it'll be not entertaining. And I just think it's going to be one of those weird, unwatchable games, especially in that afternoon window where nobody's going to be watching it because everybody's going to be watching Chiefs Bills, which we'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, Sunday night football. 5-2 Seahawks, 3-5 Commanders. Jaden Daniels apparently will play in this game. Casino. It's in Commander Stadium. Who you got?
I'm still gonna go the Sea Chickens. I like them. They're good. I know they're right there with the Rams. They need to keep pace with them. And yeah, I'm gonna go Seahawks. They're favored by 3.5. I like the Commanders, but they're coming off of technically, a shortened week with playing on Monday. I'm gonna go Seahawks.
When Jaden Daniels was out, the whole talk of us with the Commanders was they were blowing out all these teams. They were killing them. Their defense was great. And we were wondering, how are they doing this? How they're doing this? They just apparently stopped doing whatever they were doing the past 3 weeks because since that Chargers game, they have just been, it's been rough. They lost to that Bears team who since that game hasn't done literally anything. They got blown out by the Cowboys, who then the very next week get blown out. And then that Monday night game, they were tied going into halftime. And then all of a sudden, third and fourth quarter, just let the Chiefs do whatever they want. And that game ends up in a blowout. So Jaden Daniels, 8 touchdowns, 1 interception on the season. But again, Seahawks coming off a bye. Their last month, they've beat the Texans, the Jaguars. Probably should have beat that Bucks if that interception doesn't get tipped off the helmet. And then they beat the Cardinals. So top 5 in points, top 5 defense, top 5 offense when it comes to the Seahawks. I like the Seahawks. I think
Told
they're
you. I knew they were
as
going to be pretty darn good this year.
yeah,
Nobody
and they
wanted to
look
listen to
at
me.
they look as good as the Rams have looked all season. So I'm going with the Sea Chickens as well.
Yay, you called them the Sea Chickens.
I did. People also love when you call them the Sea Chickens. That's the only positive compliment we've ever gotten on this podcast.
Are you for real?
Like, yeah, no, they like when you call it Sea Chickens.
The Sea Chickens. That's what they are. I've called them that ever since I can remember. It's fantastic, and that's not me trying to hate on them. I don't dislike.
No, we like them.
The only
They're
time I
be
ever
6-2
disliked the Sea Chickens was when the Patriots had to play them in the Super Bowl. That was it.
Yeah.
I mean, one of my favorite, probably top 5 favorite players of all time is Marshawn Lynch. He's so freaking great. He's so great.
He used to come into my work
as a person. He's just great.
Used to come into my work all the time. Haven't seen him in a while. So Marshawn, you've met me before. You know where I work. Also, perfect time to bring up the haters hanger. We actually took the Seahawks out of it because their fans are annoying, but I don't hate the Seahawks. I don't want to root against them. They're fun. I like Sam Darnold. But the other 5
and we like Lynch, and you know what? That goes a long way with us.
That's true. But the other
didn't
5
you say by the way, didn't you say he was just like the nicest dude?
Yeah, he's awesome.
One of the nicest celebrities you've ever met.
Yeah,
in Vegas,
awesome.
Which in Vegas, like it's just a thing. You run into celebrities. You run in like it's kind of like LA-ish, right? But it's less snobby. I don't know. You just run in. You just run into a lot of people here in town, and as long as you're cool and you're not obnoxious, like a simple hello or I like what you do, keep it up. It goes a long way for them. They're like, yeah, thanks, man. Yeah.
Well, also with celebrities, the level of a celebrity you need to be where people just sing your praises is literally just not be a dickhead. Like, again, Marshawn Lynch, he just says, oh, hi, like, and is just a nice guy. And then I'll speak the world about what a great dude he is. Mariah Carey also came into my work and was the epitome of everything everyone has ever said about her. And now everyone at my work hates her guts. So again, you just have to be a bare minimum person for everybody to sing your praises. Yeah. And Mariah Carey goes out of her way to just be a giant douchebag. And
I've met quite a bit of hockey players. I think I've met like 6 NHL players through my job, and super nice, man. Super nice. Yeah, I had a really long conversation with one of them. Obviously, being from Vegas, this guy used to play for one of the minor league teams here, and then he played for the Knights, and then now he's all retired and whatnot. But when he came in, another NHL player was talking with my coworker about blah, blah, blah. I don't remember what, but he was the other guy was just standing there, and I was just like, hey, you're actually the only jersey I have. I watched you when you were on the minor league team. Super awesome that you were on on the Vegas Golden Knights. Like, I thought it was pretty cool. And he was like, thanks, man. Like, that's really cool. And then we kind of talked a little bit about the minor league years, and that was really fun. If you talk to them like they're human beings, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, and also,
so that's our little tidbit for anybody who, if you run into a celebrity, which by the way, one of my favorite stories of all time when it comes to a celebrity, the guy who listens to this show, one of my favorite people ever, Palma, shout out to you, bud. But when you met Julian Edelman in the bathroom at Raider Stadium, because we were down in the high lounge, that was a great story because some dude was bugging the shit out of Julian, and like while he was like in line to go take a piss, and like the guy was just annoying him like crazy. And then like after they walked out, my buddy's like, well, can I get a photo? I wasn't a dick or something like that. And he got a picture with them. It was great.
No, the best celebrity
Leave people alone if they're trying to piss.
the best celebrity interaction I've ever had in my life. Our group used to do this weird thing. And by weird, I mean, it was awesome and it was fun. When we
What do
were
we do?
between the ages of 18 and 21, before we could actually drink, we would get in suits and then go down to the Las Vegas Strip and just walk around and just do shenanigans, just eat, have fun, just do random stuff.
You
Right.
felt good when
So,
you were in a suit, man.
you did. Again, we all look like we were 12 years old, but still, we felt like we
The one
looked
that we never
older.
did though that we needed to do was dress up in suits and go bowling and then just hang out there at the bowling alley with cigars and fucking like
I
scotch and
mean,
shit.
it's still a possibility.
It's still a
It's still a
possibility. I would
possibility.
love to go
But
bowling in a suit.
during one of those sessions where we were down there in a suit on the strip, we ran into, if anybody remembers the show Smart Guy,
Yeah,
okay?
great.
So I'll pull it up right here. It
He's the
was
smart guy.
Yeah. Do. So this is Smart Guy. It was for everybody out of our age range. It was a show on Disney Channel where the little kid right here, he's just like a genius. So he's in
Yeah,
high school, right? I think that was the whole thing. He's just
yeah.
like so smart.
He
He's in
was
high
he was
school.
also in Full House, by the way.
Oh, that's right. He was like one of their
The best friend.
friends.
Yeah, he was the
Yeah.
best friend.
So the dad on that show is a man by the name of John Marshall Jones. Okay, so John Marshall Jones was walking on the strip, and it was our friend group and a bunch of people our age were like, holy shit, that's the dad from Smart Guy, right? And so we are walking next to him. He is in, I'm not joking, he's got to be what, like what he was born, I don't know, he's an older guy now, obviously, because that show was on when we were kids 20 years ago, 30 years ago. So he's walking on the strip and he's in a full suit that I think is cheetah print. Okay, full cheetah print suit with sunglasses on at night, and he's walking, and there's these two big doors. So then everybody's like, oh my God, can I get a picture? Can I get an autograph? Because again, it's all people being like, that's the guy, that's the dad from Smart Guy. Me and I believe it was Tommy held the door open for him, and he said to us, I think he said, thank you, my young brothers, or something like that. Something along that line. And then he like kind of gave us like a tip, like a like
Little
a
salute.
little salute or whatever, and then he just kept walking. And ever since then, we have a running gag in our group chat where we say who, and then we say John Marshall Jones, and it's literally from that one moment. Because again, there was at one point like a couple, but maybe 50 to 100 people like following this guy, because obviously he's like a celebrity,
At
quote
that
unquote.
time, a celebrity, yeah.
Yeah, but it was yeah, it was cool. Well, even on that time, he was a celebrity just to that group of people. I don't like, most people were looking and just being like, who is that? Like that's but since then he's what is it? He's, I mean, he's still a working actor. So shout out to him. I would love to get him on this show for there. I mean, I don't know what we talk about, but
That
that'd be cool.
story.
Yeah.
What if he remembered you?
There's no way. There's no, if he did, I'd be
How
like,
would okay, if he was wearing a full leopard print or cheetah print suit, walking down the strip with a mob of people behind him, how do you think he does not remember that?
well,
That
because
would have had to stick out to him, and then him saluting 2 guys, like, him walk th I would remember that. I don't care how famous if I was. If I had two young gentlemen opening up the doors for me, and I'm in a leopard suit, like, I would remember that.
um, what is it? I don't think he remembers me, but you're welcome for holding the door open that one time. And he did say thank you. So again, it's the bare minimum for celebrities. Cause now if everybody's like,
Whew.
What's John Marshall Jones like? I'll be like, he's the best. I love that guy. I did nothing. Just said thank you. Like
So,
uh
Seahawks over the Commanders.
next game, Casino, 2-5 Cardinals at 3-4-1
Damn it, now
Dallas
we gotta get now we
Cowboys.
gotta get moving.
Yeah, who you
Um
got?
I'm going the Cowgirls here on this one. I just think that that offense is too high powered, and the Cardinals are too up and down with their play that I just can't see them outscoring the Cowboys
The
down in Dallas.
The Cardinals have lost 4 in a row by a combined score of what? They lost against the Packers by 4, the
Yeah.
Colts
Remember when
by
they were
5.
2-1 and everybody was like, "Oh my god, the Cardinals,
Yeah.
they're doing so good."
But again, the unforgivable loss is losing to the Titans 22-21. How you lose that game as a Cardinal
Well, we watched how
team,
they
I
lost
don't know.
that game.
Yeah, that's brutal. And again, Cowboys had a rough game, their worst game of the season where they get blown out against the Broncos. Kyler Murray's never lost in Texas. Cardinals are coming off a bye. We've given the Cardinals a lot of shit this season on this
And I'm gonna
podcast,
continue giving them shit.
rightfully so. So I am picking in the upset Monday Night Football. I'm picking the Cardinals to upset the Cowboys.
I
I'm
mean,
not putting
I would love to see it because I don't care for the Cowboys, and I would love to see a Cardinals victory. But again, I don't care about the Cardinals. I don't care about their stupid, ugly desert jerseys.
uh
I hate those. I still think those
never
jerseys
wear them
might be
again.
worse than the Chargers jerseys. Which also, by the way, what was going on with the Steelers jerseys the other night?
Oh, that's true. We didn't talk these some of these what
Like
is it? The rivalry or throwback, some of them are
I was
just
I was
god
oh
awful.
I was I didn't like the color, but I was okay with the color. It was that stupid ass like design on the front.
Yeah, just awful. Just awful. Again, we get spoiled by Eagles Kelly green, Chargers powder blue, Bengals white and black
Ugh,
because there are some just
I'm gonna
abysmal,
look it up. I'm gonna
abysmal.
look up that jersey. Like every time I see that jersey, I get goosebumps, dude. That Charger or the Bengals.
Bengals one, dude.
Yeah.
That one's great.
I think that's
Uh,
my favorite jersey in all of NFL.
Honestly, that should be their just standard away jersey. That should be their standard away jersey. Why not? Why not? Maybe do some orange trim around the black so it maybe looks more bangly. I don't know.
Bengals
But
white jersey. Ah,
let
ah, dude,
me
it
pull
looks
it up.
so good because it has just enough orange trim on that just to make it look good. Oh my
Oh,
god.
they do orange trim around that. Okay. So then yeah, this should just be
It's
their
so good. It's their best jersey. It's one of the best jerseys, if not the best jersey in all of NFL.
yeah, look at how good that looks. Oh, it looks so good.
That's so sharp, dude.
Look at that. It should just be that. That is way better than just this. Because again, it's the helmet. The helmet is what makes it. Nobody likes the orange on top of the white and black. It's just the all white with the stripes. It's the orange around the numbers. Oh, it looks so
Helmet
good.
is legit. That helmet
That
looks
is so
so
good.
good.
That should just be their honestly, they should just have that be their away uniform. But as we try to avoid getting more off topic casino, more after
What?
track, we have our last two games, which are the only two good games this week. Uh in my eyes, that is the 7-1 Colts at 4-3 Pittsburgh Steelers. It's in Pittsburgh. Could this be the Steelers bounce back game
It
after that game
could.
against the Packers?
It could. It's not going to be. I like Daniel Jones in this one. Again, dude, just give me as much Daniel Jones and Indianapolis Colts as you can. I just feed them to me. Feed them to me. I mean, Indy is by 3, so it's not by much, but that's a lot considering Pitt is Pittsburgh. And then I know their defense hasn't been playing like Pittsburgh Steeler defense as of, the last 2 decades, but I'm still going to go with Indianapolis. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, dude. I can't get enough. I can't
They
get enough.
have right now
Taylor
they
is playing the best football of his career. He's looking
well,
outstanding. He is up there for sorry, I'm trying to get my light back on. He's up there for MVP as well as a running back.
yeah.
Like, dude, he's so good.
And if he wins it this season over Saquon not winning it last season, I might lose my mind.
Oh yeah,
I might
you
lose my
should.
mind.
Well, you should. 100% you should. But he's first in every category except for at yards per average. He's got 143 carries, he's first. Yards 850 first. Touchdowns 12 first. And then he's averaging only 5.9 which I guess doesn't make sense. I don't know. I guess it does.
They also have the best rookie from that class, which is Tyler Warren, who is almost at
So
he's
good.
8 yards from being at 500 yards. Again, maybe already the best tight end in the league now that Brock Bowers has been banged up this season. Aaron Rodgers, on the other hand, 16 touchdowns, 5
Good
interceptions.
on him.
That's crazy. He should honestly, there's every quarterback we talk about on these teams, like you can legit make the case Daniel Jones should be MVP, Steelers MVP,
Drake
Herbert
May.
MVP, Drake May, Jalen Hurts, Matt Stafford, Mahomes. Like you can legit make the case for
In that
12
order for
starting
Mahomes last
quarterbacks.
tip.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would
Dude, he
never.
started off with 2 fucking interceptions last night.
Well, also, I
Or
would
2 nights ago.
never vote somebody for MVP if they finish third in their division. No way in hell.
No.
Maybe even in second in
I will tell
division,
you right
I
now,
would
if
say
Drake
no.
May wins that division, how can you not look at him as a very viable option?
Well, no, I honestly think right now it legit should be Hurts, Taylor, Drake May, what is it? Probably Goff and Stafford, maybe
Drake
as like
Mason
that five.
just talks about it. The fact that he's 3rd behind Mahomes and Allen right now, which is just
Well,
I
again,
don't get it.
Mahomes and Allen are there just based on their names alone.
Yeah. So
Because,
theoretically, my boy Drake May is leading the race.
well, no, I think Hurts is leading the race.
Fuck him.
I honestly think. Well, I honestly think if you could make a case, Hurts should be 1, May should be 2. The only reason why is schedule. One's played the easiest, one's played the hardest. That's literally the only. Their numbers are similar, their win totals are similar. It's literally just strength of schedule.
Well,
That's it.
well, let's get into that last game then.
Last game, 5-3 Chiefs at 5-2 Buffalo Bills. It's in Orchard Park. Who you got in this one, Casino?
I'm going Bills. Regular season Bills. I need them to do this. I need it. I need it because I want the Bills to be legit and I want the Patriots to have beaten a legit awesome team in the Bills. I need this. I need this. I want this. It needs to happen. Let's please go.
Yeah, this also starts off a murderer's
I am
row.
going to cheer my ass off for the Bills.
Yeah, I am because there is no Eagles game this week, Casino. I am using my powers of reverse jinx on this game. So I am picking the Chiefs to win this game solely for the reason of reverse jinxing where the Bills will win this game. So I'm picking the Chiefs for the reverse jinx so they can lose to the Bills and the Jaguars, Chargers and Broncos can all win this week. So then it will I don't I
Please.
not officially.
Just please.
But again, I really think this game, the Broncos game, and then the Colts game will really tell us if this Chiefs team is going to make another run.
Yeah, if they go 3-0, if they go 3-0 against them,
It's done.
then I'm
It's
going to
done.
say Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl, and I'm just going to we're
Yeah,
done with the podcast.
then it's over. But if they go, let's say they go 1-2 in those games, and the one win is against this Bills, and then they lose Broncos Colts. Then I think we have to go, okay, not only are Colts legit, but Chiefs, it's just not their year. It's just not their year. But yeah, I just think, again, we always see the Bills beat the Chiefs during the regular season. Chiefs they turned it on against the Raiders. They turned it on against the Commanders, but and the Lions. But again, they still lost those early games. They lost that Jaguars game on Monday night. This is going to be a big marquee matchup. Reverse jinx. Reverse jinx. And this has been Casino. The good, the mid, and the ugly. Week 9. I like that little thing at the end. And that has also been the Only Sports Podcast. Anything else to say before we get out of here, Casino?
No.
Down in the comments below, share your favorite John Marshall Jones stories. I'm Will. That's Casino over there. We will be back. I will be back on Friday. Halloween. I'll be doing
Halloween.
I'll be doing my spooky power rankings, which also that means I need you to send me your spooky power rankings. And we'll be back on
We'll have to do
Friday.
the whole 1 through 32 again. It's
I
so
know.
hard.
Dude, especially this season. But yeah, I'll be back on Friday, solo show Friday, talk about power rankings. Me and Casino will see you Monday after the NFL. And we didn't do any spooky things this month, but happy Halloween. See you Friday. Adios.